Welcome to Practice English Conversations. Are you ready to practice your English and become more fluent? Let's get started.
Hi, Mia. Thank you for joining me today. I understand you're one of the rising stars in the New York City Ballet. Could you tell us when you first knew you wanted to be a dancer?
Hi, Jason, and thank you for having me. I wasn't sure at first, but I was always very active and creative. When I was about 6 years old, my mother enrolled me in dance classes because I loved moving around and watching dancers on TV. I used to spend hours drawing figures and designing little outfits for my dolls.
That's wonderful. So, did you always think that dancing would be your career?
Not immediately. In elementary school, I also enjoyed drawing cartoons and even thought about becoming a cartoonist. But when I started taking more structured ballet classes at age 8, I realized how graceful and expressive dance could be. I love the discipline of ballet and the energy of modern dance. Soon I knew that dancing was what I truly wanted to do with my life.
That's very inspiring. At what point did you decide to pursue dance seriously?
When I was 11, I auditioned for a prestigious dance school in New York. I was very nervous, but I was accepted. That opportunity changed everything for me. I spent my days training hard, learning classical ballet, modern, and even jazz dance. It was a lot of work, but I felt like every step on stage was a dream coming true.
Wow, that's an incredible journey. Moving to New York at such a young age must have been challenging. Did you miss your family when you started?
Oh, yes, I did miss them at first. Moving away from home wasn't easy, especially not knowing much English in the beginning. But I was fortunate to meet other students from my country, and together we helped each other learn English while practicing dance. It taught me to be independent and resourceful.
It sounds like you built a great support system for yourself. What was your experience like at the dance school?
The dance school was both rigorous and exciting. I practiced several hours each day. Some days I would rehearse until I was completely exhausted, but I loved every minute of it. I learned about discipline, dedication, and the importance of teamwork. Working with fellow dancers, I discovered that each performance is a result of collective hard work, even if you're the one on stage.
That must have been an excellent learning experience. How did you transition into a professional career?
After high school, I joined a local dance company as a chorus member. I wasn't the star at first, but the experience was invaluable. I learned from senior dancers, improved my technique, and gained the confidence to take on bigger roles. 2 years later, I auditioned for the New York City Ballet and was accepted. That was a turning point in my career.
Congratulations, Mia. Now that you are a professional dancer with the New York City Ballet, can you tell us about your latest role?
Thank you, Jason. My current role is very special. I have been cast as the lead in a new production of Aurora's Dream. It's a modern reinterpretation of a classic fairy tale where I play a courageous princess who overcomes great challenges to save her kingdom. I've always loved stories of transformation and hope, and this role is very close to my heart.
That sounds like a challenging yet exciting role. What does your preparation for such a role involve?
The preparation is intense. I work on my technique, memorizing choreography, and developing the emotional expression needed for the character. Rehearsals can be long, sometimes until midnight, but I take extra lessons with my coach and do extra practice at home. I also pay attention to my diet and rest because every performance demands peak energy.
It certainly sounds demanding. With all those rehearsals and performances, do you have any time for personal interests or other hobbies?
I try to maintain a balance. When I'm not rehearsing or performing, I love exploring the city. I sometimes visit art galleries or attend independent theater shows. I also enjoy casual outings with friends where we go shopping or try new restaurants. When I have a free evening, I relax in a little cafe with a book or just take a walk along the river. These moments help me recharge.
That's a great approach to balancing work and life. Speaking of balance, managing your emotions on stage must be crucial. How do you handle stressful moments, like tough rehearsals or performance anxiety?
I have learned to manage stress through deep breathing exercises and meditation. I also talk with my fellow dancers and mentors. Sometimes I even write in a journal about my feelings. After a performance, it helps me process my emotions and prepare for the next show. It's not always easy, but every challenging performance ultimately makes me a better dancer.
It's wonderful that you have those strategies. I imagine your passion for dance must inspire many fans. How do you interact with your audience?
I'm very touched when fans approach me after shows. They often ask for photographs or share stories about how the performance affected them. I try to sign their programs and sometimes give away a small token, like a ribbon or a photo. It's very gratifying to know that my dancing can bring joy to others. I believe that connection is what makes the performing arts so special.
That's very heartwarming. Do you have any memorable experiences with your fans that you'd like to share?
Certainly. I remember one performance in Chicago where a little girl came up to me after the show. She was so inspired by my dance that she said she wanted to become a dancer just like me. That moment really touched me. It reminded me why I love what I do. It's moments like those that make all the hard work worthwhile.
I'm sure that left a lasting impression on you. Looking to the future, what are your plans or dreams as a professional dancer?
My immediate goal is to perfect my role in Aurora's Dream and help make it the best production possible. In the future, I dream of choreographing my own dance pieces and perhaps starting a dance school for underprivileged kids. I believe in the power of dance to transform lives, and I want to give back to the community that supported me along the way.
That is an admirable aspiration, Mia. Balancing a successful career and giving back to the community is truly inspiring. What advice would you give to aspiring dancers out there?
I would tell them, never stop believing in themselves. Pursue your passion relentlessly, even when times are tough. Practice every day, learn from your mistakes, and embrace every opportunity to grow, whether it's a small local performance or a big international stage. Also, always remember the importance of rest and self-care. The journey may be challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey and your insights, Mia. Your story is truly inspirational, and I'm sure it will motivate many young dancers to follow their dreams.
Thank you, Jason. It's been a pleasure to share my experiences. I hope that by telling my story, I can encourage others to explore their own paths in the arts and never give up, no matter how challenging it gets.
I'm confident that your passion and dedication will continue to take you to new heights. I wish you every success with your current role and all your future projects.
Thank you, Jason. I truly appreciate your kind words and the opportunity to share my journey with you today.
It's been an honor, Mia. I look forward to seeing more of your brilliant performances on stage. Keep dancing and inspiring everyone around you.
I will, Jason. Thank you for this wonderful conversation. Have a great day, and may all your dreams come true as well.
Thank you, Mia. Have a great day and goodbye.
Goodbye, Jason.
Great job practicing with us today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next English conversation. See you in the next video. Keep practicing and stay confident.